AVL.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in 3, 2, 1.
On the troll.
Hello and welcome to Senzo back. Again, it is that time of the night where we have to talk about the case. We definitely are seeing a bit of progress.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I see things slowly unfolding because, you can create the whole case through hearsays, using witnesses, and then allowing certain evidence to sort of, or kind of help you in a sense. But I'm worried about how this evidence is conducted, because you can't just give us what you want us to see.
There's a reason.
Give us everything.
I'm giving you what I want you to see.
Yes.
There's a reason for
You
that.
must give us everything. You are a good person. No malicious ambitions that you have. You're harboring nothing other than seeing the law being served properly. Now, today, I think it's one of those days where we get to see the other side of the state.
Yeah. Is it me, or is the judge pretty much convinced that what the state has is solid? Because to me, it feels like he's throwing Baloyi deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole that I don't think he'll be able to get out of.
No, there's no judge that is doing that.
What is happening?
Ngomezulu is happening.
You think?
He is not going to take any chances from now on. He learned his lesson, and he's teaching some lessons back.
It was a hard lesson. Yeah.
He learned his lesson, and
I
he's
see your
teaching
point.
some back.
Yes, I see your point. It was a hard lesson. Yeah.
And I like how pushy he is when it comes to the documents.
The docket.
Dockets. You see what is happening. People don't want to come with dockets. Someone is blaming them to someone. You have testified the whole case. The whole case you are testifying
Yes, he has.
about these dockets. You are testifying how in charge you
He
were
has a lot of
on
cases.
these dockets. Yes.
He has a lot of cases.
Now it's time for you to prove those cases. Dololo. Now the files are with someone. Aren't these files for the state? Aren't they supposed to be in the right places like any other dockets? Why do they
Even
need to
if
be?
they are where he says that they are, as the court has summoned them, they must
They should be
come.
made available with immediate effect.
Yes.
If there is nothing that is being doctored.
And if he has transferred the message to the relevant parties,
They should be coming into play.
they must come, those dockets. They should have come a long time ago.
Yes.
So it's either he's not communicating to the relevant parties, or
Oh.
the relevant parties have sat on his message.
Or they are just busy trying to make them look legit. And obviously, this is our assumption. This is what we see. I mean, something that is ready, something that has been there. It's not like we're saying, go create these dockets. We're saying, give us these dockets.
Just hand them over to the
Hand them
court.
over to the court. We want to see what you were
It's really
seeing.
that simple. So I don't understand, what is this delay? The DPP, where's the docket for Foslorus?
Or perhaps that stunt of the accused were reading the information about the cases was to make sure that these dockets never see the day in court. I don't know.
Ghana, the reading was with regards
Because yesterday I'm hearing,
confidential.
I'm
It was
hearing now
information
people
about
saying,
cases.
hey, other docket is still open. What does that have to do with us? We don't care. We need them here.
So
Bring
far,
them here.
according to the testimony, we haven't heard such.
Bring them dockets
The
here.
Phosphorus one was removed from the roll, right from the
Strike
courtroom.
Ace.
And then the Nongoma one, according to the little extract that Ngome Zulu had, it is concluded.
Mm-hmm.
The relevant parties were punished accordingly. 15 years
Bring them dockets here.
sentencing.
Bring them here.
So, which one that was still pending was he talking about?
Bring them here.
We are waiting patiently.
We will decipher and see. Oh, this one we don't have to talk about them
No, you
this
can
much.
continue to read the time, the road, the time in which you entered a certain particular road. You can read it, but at the end of the day, those dockets need to be made available to the court.
So we need them here.
Yes.
You can't just drag your feet, man. This is something that is there, that is existing.
Paramount.
Same as this AVL. I would expect Baloyi to knock off and go just pull this AVL. You know? It's not like someone is busy data-zelling there, fixing these AVLs, right?
No.
It's not like that. So they are there. It's old information.
Yes.
It's just that it was not necessary at the time of the defense to actually put there as they were submitting other AVL of a Fortuna, which we understand, but just bring them. We don't want to hear stories tomorrow. Hey, we were busy. Someone who was supposed to pull them. Hey, it was not happening. No. Bring these things here. You want to prove your case, right?
Yes.
You want to make sure that your case moves faster.
Yes.
What is difficult about bringing these things here? Bring these things here. We want to see them like you were seeing them. We want to see what you were seeing, right?
Yes.
Well, Emil, let's start.
Well, hi guys. Welcome back, family, to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Here we are deep invested in the Senzo Meyiwa trial. I know there's a lot of perhaps energies going down. You know, it's like we are being drained and sucked out the last bit of energy we have, but we must continue, family, to follow this trial. It's very important for us South African citizens. It's going to show us a lot of things. And as you can see, plenty is unraveling before our eyes. So I would like to encourage you to keep it going. It's important to see how this case will end and what the consequences will be for all of these shenanigans that have been pulled in the trial so far.
Yes.
So today we continue to hear about the car movement of Sergeant Vusumuzi Mogane after accused number 2 Bongani Ntanzi was arrested. Sergeant Mogane was expected to conclude his car movement evidence in the trial, and then the defense was set to take him on a trip back to Moroka police station from Vosloorus on the day Bongani Ntanzi allegedly confessed. Now that is where the defense will be pressing on. Never mind all of these street names that he was reading and whatnot, and the times, and they are specifically focused on the incidents of torturing that we clearly heard the judge try to dismiss today, but it's okay, we move. Okay, we are already used to these theatrics. Mogane explaining the vehicle route taken on the day that Ntanzi made an alleged confession on the 19th of June 2020. Mogane went through a list of AVL entries which show him driving in Soweto on the evening of the 19th of June 2020, and Baloyi asked between 16:53 where the ignition was off on the 19th of June 2020 and 18:28:30 start up near Makalima Street, Moroka, Soweto. Mogane said that he was still driving the Toyota Fortuner, which is white, and at 18:33:30 started driving at Chris Hani Road, Dlamini in Soweto. So 18:34, stop sign at Makalima Street at Moroka in Soweto, and then the vehicle was idling more. I think it was at a robot in Chris Hani Road, Goma Street, Moroka at 1842. Then Chris Hani Road, Lamini, Soweto. Driving near Muhlokwa and Klipspruit in Soweto at 1847. 1849, driving near Muhloka Street in Primville, Soweto, Zone 3. And then driving at Mihleni, Yamfuka, Zone 6 at 1854 to 1855. Then I saw on the chat, someone said this Pimville Zone 6. Kutiwa, it's close to Bara as well. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. So 1908, Chris Hani Road, Shawela in Soweto. 1911 incident, he doesn't know if there were cars on the road. He was using the Chris Hani Road at Klipsfir Woog. Klipsfir Woog.
Klipsfir Woog.
That's the one Baloyi was correcting. The Sepedi interpreter on the pronunciation of this. Even I am struggling. But yeah, it's a tongue twister. Yes. And 1915, there was a speed violation at N12.
We don't care.
Speed violation again.
We don't care. Incriminating yourself. You know,
Speed violation at the freeway.
I've said this. You know what they always do? They always try to look like they, even Zungu tendencies. They're trying to look like they're doing something, good, something legit. Zungu also incriminating himself. This man is incriminating himself also. We don't care. You talk that to his superior and all that. Tukuti luutu. Lenamela accelerator since koloi I service where if a sounder it feels good. We don't care.
It was another speed violation after another speed violation. Speed violation after speed violation. Let's just say that there were a lot of speed violations.
And Emily, someone yesterday said, and perhaps I thought that I portrayed this thing in a nice way. In my own thinking, I said to you, and you remember before we went live, I was like, the second time they were going there, it was to do all these processes that Danzo was talking about. The first time, it did not happen. So that's why they had to go fetch the USB cables. In a sense, what was the relevance of those USB cables? Such that you detour with the most dangerous criminal or suspect and go back to fetch USBs.
What was in that memory stick?
Like, honestly speaking, was it that important? Didn't you trust that when you come back after dropping this person, you can go fetch that thing?
Why didn't you take him to the prison first and then go and fetch it? Why was it important to go back with?
Not unless the second time, this whole initial things and whatnot, that's what Ndanz was talking about. Because the second story is more fitting when they go back, the ignition, idling there and being stationary and all those things, buying water. It fits the theory of Ndanz.
And it was a long time, close to an hour, if not more. From the estimation that we read from yesterday, was it 51 minutes?
Not unless it did not work the first time. You just went there and Danzo was just refusing. And you're like, okay, we'll deal with you. Let us move to the court. Yes, because we are still going to the so-called court, late, conveniently late. And then we go back. And that 2 hours or that 3 hours of waiting, or that 2 hours of waiting for the so-called USB, the person was holding the key. That's the time that all these things were happening.
So, Baloyi asked him, according to the movement report from 1938-23 to 1947-43, why were you driving in excess of the speed limit? Mogane said the road was open. And you know when a car is well serviced, you just drive. The foot is on the accelerator. And he says he was not paying attention. O re ge koloi e servicitswe, e phetse. Tsela e bulegile. Leeto le nonamela, accelerator ke sa lebelela. Close quote.
We don't care.
So he's saying that it's the description for me. The description is like, you know, a teenage boy who is driving a car for the first time.
Yes.
It's baffling. It's like you have no sense of responsibility with the job title that you have, you know, a law enforcer, and it's like you don't care.
And again, if you dwell there, you'll be lost.
Okay.
He can do whatever he wants. They can drive however they want. I don't think you would even like to question that thing. It's fine. Go accelerator. It's fine. We like, honestly, at this point, we don't care.
Mogane said that he did not realize it when he broke the speed limit on several occasions when he drove from Soweto on the evening of the 19th, 2020, on the way to Phokeng. So from Soweto, he drove via the N1 towards Pretoria. Mind you, while all of this is happening, Ntanzi is in handcuffs at the back seat. Okay. Then Baloyi then said, where were you going? Mogane said that they were going to Phokeng. The AVL system showed that Mogane exceeded the speed limit on a number of occasions, driving from Soweto on the 19th of June 2020, the day Ntanzi allegedly confessed. So there were more speed violations from Woodmead to Centurion to Waterkloof. And then 20:02:45, there's another speed violation again on Erasmus Rand in Pretoria. So this is like a road in Pretoria. And then on 20:05, another speed violation at Linwood Manor in Pretoria. And then Baloyi asked that he only from now on read the time and the place. The only time he can place on record is only when he stops or the engine was switched off, so that they can place that on record. So basically was asking him to leave out the speed limit violations because, wow, there were a lot. They did not make him look good, hey?
Very interesting question, Emil. Here's the question. How did this man leave his USB? Because they were not supposed to be inside that house.
Inside what house?
In Soweto.
Isn't it a police station? It was Moroka police station.
I'm saying on an investigation room or wherever.
Because they said they didn't enter. So they did not specify which person they left the USB and the keys.
They said they were outside, Mos.
They said they were outside.
You couldn't have left the USB inside, but you were outside.
So how did you leave it inside someone's office? And who is that person's office? Like, why are the details sketchy there? Why can't you be exclusive to say it was Sergeant so-and-so's office? Why is it somebody's office? Why is there no specifically, who is this person that you left your keys, who left, Sergeant Mabena left their keys and their USB with?
He's not here to answer.
And what time did Mabena go into an office to place these keys that he conveniently forgot, that made you travel back all the way and stay for 3 hours? After Ntanzi had made a confession. You got a confession, right? Why are you traveling with him back and forth? Why are you not transporting him back to the police station? Snemibuzo, we have questions, okay? So Baloyi then said, do you remember what the reason was that you brought the car to a standstill? And Mogane said, yes, I remember. While they were on the N4, Mogane said they stopped at an engine garage. The garage had a wimpy where food had been ordered by Mabena while they were on their way. So he's saying that Mabena order this food as they were busy driving, because there was a lot of driving. Hey, they were driving whole night and day, driving, just driving. They were just on the road driving. So he says Mabena was the one who ordered this food at this wimpy, at this engine garage. And while they were on their way, they picked it up and left. It was not a sit down, so they didn't sit, because it was like 2 minutes, the time estimation of this KFC. Not KFC, wimpy. It was 2 minutes. I'm still stuck at the KFC.
So, but it took them 2 minutes.
Took them 2 minutes. Ngena Puma. It felt like it was even a drive-by situation, but that's not what he said. But it's 2 minutes, the estimation of the time that I recorded. So he's saying they only picked the food and they continued driving. So he says that they bought the food from Tanzi as well at this wimpy. So remember when he testified, you guys. Yeah, we'll never forget that testimony. My question is, did he ask Ntanzi what he would like to eat? Because Mogane said that even if Ntanzi asked for KFC, they were going to find that KFC for him and get him the food that he wanted. So my question would be, did you even ask him what he would like to eat? Because by the sounds of it, you just ordered the way you're making it sound. Well, Ntanzi was laughing at the mentioning of this wimpy, hey? The cameraman made sure, the shady cameraman made sure that at that specific moment, they locate Ntanzi's face so that they can see how he will react. And he was laughing with disbelief. It felt like a laugh of disbelief from where I was looking at. It was like, Yane. Well, Jonas said he needed a short break and was not feeling well. So the other interpreter offered to translate isiZulu neSpedi at the same time, like he had been doing. By the way, shout out to him, hey. He's really good in both these languages.
Who?
The interpreter.
The new one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he saved us from this
Jonas' attempt.
This attempt of wasting time. He did well.
Well, Jonas, people are getting frustrated. They are feeling like Jonas has forgotten his place in the courtroom. Sometimes he feels like he wants their attention to it. It's not me, it's the people. It's the court of public.
Yeah. We thank this man. He saved us.
They're like, I Jonas kakulu manje. He stopped the proceedings, by the way, to make this announcement that he would like to. In fact, he was asking for an adjournment. I was like, wow, Jonas. Wow. Well, Mogane said that they arrived at Ntanzi's place of residence at Freedom Park in Rustenburg at 22:33. So this is like 33 minutes past 10 at night. So the AVL system showed the engine was off at 20:15. That's like 15 minutes past 8. And it started again at 17 minutes past 8. Then Mogane said that the engine was switched off at 33 minutes past 10. That is when Ntanzi was residing. That's where they wanted to search for the hoodie.
Did you hear
and
the conflict of the story that was narrated in court, contrary to what this AVL was saying?
Which one?
They went to court to look for backup, right? Didn't they? But this time AVL is saying they went straight there. They waited for Ginindi and the crew to come. Didn't it say that?
Which part?
Where they said they went straight
Yes.
to Ntanzi's room.
Oh, they went straight to Ntanzi's room from the police station in Soweto.
Yes.
And earlier he had testified what?
It was like they were going to fetch, always looking for backup, and then they would go there.
Oh, yes. Which backup? EMPD backup or the backup of
The police
Rustenburg?
station around that side, yes.
He did
This-
testify before about them stopping at the Rustenburg police station
Yes.
and asking for backup
Yes.
because they didn't know the area well or something
Yes.
like that.
And then the second time, now they went straight. And then Ginindi came with.
With Mukhola. Did he not come with Mukhola? But he wasn't talking much about Gininda today.
So in that time when they got the ammunition, what happened? Can you narrate what he said there? Maybe it's there on the
Yo,
stone.
I
No,
may take
not
it
in
out
your
of
in your.
context.
Eh?
I may take it out of context.
No, I'm saying
narrating it
I'm saying
word
the
for word.
story that happened today.
Okay, so Mogane said we went straight to Ntanzi's place of residence to look for the hoodie, while Brigadier Gininda and Sergeant Mukhola went to the local police station.
Now you hear that part.
Then Mogane said that they found bullets for an R5. That's a rifle. So this time they did not ask to be escorted from the local police station.
That's what, isn't it? What Ginindi was there to do.
He was there for that.
For-
Now the version has changed. They just went straight to Ntanzi's place of residence.
Which
and-
could mean that anything can happen around that time as they were standing there. In terms of plantation. And then you need the local police station to actually affirm that.
So if Gininda and Mukhola are the only ones that went to the police station, the question is, Boma Bena na Mogane.
They were in them young. They were
Bebe
just
people.
conveniently waiting by the door when Danzi is residing.
At his place of
Conveniently
residence.
waiting on that door. They didn't need a backup born with the person of this danger, who's dangerous as the is being portrayed.
No, they didn't need.
They didn't need a backup. They went straight there, and they chilled there. They said, "Oh, okay, it's fine. You go fetch that backup. We will wait here."
Baloy asked, did you proceed straight to where the accused was staying? And Mogane said, on that day we proceeded straight, and Sergeant Mukhola and Gininda went to the police station for backup. Yabona le ndaba le? It's starting to look very sketchy. So bona balindile at Ntanzi's place,
Yes.
and Brigadier Gininda and Sergeant Mukhola went to the police station. And then they found a black plastic bag
Yes.
with ammunition
Yes.
for a rifle.
And the police were just right in time there to see these working hard investigators who are doing everything by the book. You know, they were chilling there, waiting for the police so that the case can be registered that side, isn't it?
So Mogane said that at 23:05, after searching Ntanzi's place for the hoodie, they drove to the local police station where they arrived and processed him at 23:26. So Mogane said we waited for backup. When we were done searching, we went to the police station and arrived there at 23:05:55 on the day of the 19th of June 2020. And after searching Ntanzi's place for the hoodie, they drove to the local police station and they arrived there and processed him. Mogane said the exhibits were processed and returned with Ntanzi to Johannesburg on that very same night. Guys, a lot is going on with Ntanzi on this particular night. A lot is going on. Good, I'm trying to process it right now that, okay, you take him Okay, let's start at Phokeng. Not even Phokeng, Moroka police station where they went back at. And then they drive and they drive and they drive all the way to Rustenburg. And they arrive at this place. And as they arrive, these 2 police officers go to the police station. These other ones are left behind with him. And then they find this piece of evidence. But it's not the evidence they were looking for. They were looking for a hoodie. Let us not forget that. They were looking for a hoodie from the identikit. And all of a sudden, they don't find the hoodie. They find a black plastic bag with bullets of a rifle. Let that sink in a bit.
Lucky them. Lucky police who are working hard. They hardly rest, though. I have to say, these police really worked overnight.
There's no record of him driving at home, driving to rest, to sleep. They work very hard, don't they?
They work overnight.
They
work
don't
overnight.
sleep.
They don't sleep. And
They have
while
no shifts.
and
no
we must
hours
also
of
highlight it. While it was locked down, the rules were that restaurant closes early. They happened to find some restaurants that were not
a
closed.
wimpy that was not closed at a garage. And at that time, restaurants were closing. It was a hectic time. Food courts by 8 o'clock. It was in fact a rule, a law that was placed that by a certain time, 8 o'clock to be specific, they had to be closed.
I guess Wimpies were not closing.
They were breaking the rules of the nation.
They must tell us these ones if we find the time to actually get those information. But Nina, you are not closing, or you prepare a special burger for dance. Something, I don't know. I don't know. It just you wishy, uncle.
And how did he eat that meal since he was handcuffed?
They wouldn't.
And he was a very dangerous criminal. Where did you guys stop? As you were driving and having all of these speed violations, he was eating.
And he was able to sleep in the car.
Handcuffs.
He was able to sleep in the car as
So
they
he
were.
was
They were
laying.
driving
His
in
tall
that
self
speed.
was laying in the back seats, resting. Is that what you're saying? His tall self was comfortable laying there in handcuffs.
Yes.
And he slept like a baby as you were having speed violations.
Who wouldn't? You get to eat McDonald's.
Yes, guys, I'm trying to paint this picture.
You get to eat McDonald's once when you are in a cell. I mean, these police who are very nice, they buy you McDonald's and even bought you some KFC.
Hayi, udlaliwe ngabantu la. Awu, Nkosi yami, ngeke. I can't wait for the cross-examination. I can't wait for that cross-examination. Ngijahile, ngiyaphuthuma. Because wow. So after the Tia Adjournment, Mogane read into the record the OB entries of the 19th of June, which indicated that Danzi was detained at the Phokeng police station, CAS or CAS 1186-2020. This is the one that they just opened with the R5 ammunition that they found after waiting with him outside his place of residence, and the 2 officers went to the police station. So they opened a case afterwards at Phokeng, and it was for possession of live ammunition and transferred to Primrose. This case, ayihlali ePhokeng. No. South Africa is a very special country. Ayihlali ePhokeng le case. Mele iye ePrimrose, all the way in Johannesburg. It does not state where did they find the ammunition. They found it at Rustenburg, right? But they don't stay at Rustenburg. They don't open. They open this case, and then they're like, we are transferring this case same night. Same night. They're not saying no. He must remain at the Primrose police station, at the Phokeng police station in Rustenburg. No. He's transferred to all the way to Johannesburg, same time.
Special place where great investigators reside.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mogane said that when Tanzi was detained without injuries, okay, Mogane said that they left Phokeng at 3:29:55.
Let's see if it comes back. See, we are connected. Says excellent. Let's see though if it does come back. Now it is refusing to reconnect. Can you check for me if you can see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
You are back.
I think we're back, guys. I think we're back. Are we back? Are we back?
But
Guys, the strangest things are happening. Like the router disconnected the internet in a very weird way. It just disconnected and it started looking like the internet is gone. But after disconnecting our workstation, the internet is now back. I don't understand what's happening.
that being said, we cannot see anything.
So it's gone again.
No, the internet is fine. The internet is fine.
Because this is
They are saying we are back. We'll rely on you guys because on our side, on my side, as you can see, there is nothing showing. So
It's
we'll
a blank
rely on you.
screen.
It's a blank screen. We will continue for the sake of this show.
Ansike moyo uti basichisela impepo manje.
So
Guys,
I'm driving in a
These are
dark.
weird things that are happening with our system. Like weird stuff is happening. This. Like I don't understand. I don't get it.
So I'm literally driving on a dark. Let's go. Continue.
Okay, where was I, guys, before all of this mess started? Okay, Mogane said that he started the car in Phokeng, and I was asking myself that them coming back from Phokeng in Rustenburg all the way to Primrose in Johannesburg, now they took an hour. It was an hour's drive from 3:20. In fact, it started at 3:29 to 4:30. That's an hour, you guys.
Yeah.
It's an hour. So it took longer to go, but shorter to come back.
To come back, yes.
And someone was even asking, why are they going via Pretoria?
On the Arsteport. I remember that rest, that
Because this-
animal thing rest.
Because there's a route you can take from Soweto to Randfontein and go to Rustenburg. Why didn't they take that route? Why take the route, go back to Pretoria, go to Pretoria, via Pretoria, go to Rustenburg? Why that specific route? Why? It was a very long journey for someone who had confessed in that morning. Whose confession you took. It was a long journey.
It was.
So Mogane said that they arrived at Primrose Police Station on the 20th of June at 4:30:26. Then Baloyi was done with the re-examination. Advocate Charles Mnisi said that he wanted clarity on the route Mogane used from Phokeng to Primrose. Mogane said he will start at page 45 and wanted to read the journey that they were taking. Because because Mnisi picked this up. I had not picked it up while I was doing the script. But he picked it up that it was a long journey to go to Rustenburg from Johannesburg. And it was short for some reason to come back. So he wanted clarity. And Mogane said that he will start at that page 45 and he wanted to read the journey as is, that they traveled, the street and the time and the whatnot and the warawara, boring us. Then Mnisi raised a concern saying that Mogane is testifying from the document, yet he should know which route was traveled without relying on the car tracker document. Yes, I was not there, but clearly you can see that at the beginning they went via Pretoria, right? And then coming back, he just had to generally describe that we used so and so route, but he couldn't do it. He didn't want to, in fact. The state also didn't want him to, but more importantly, the judge didn't want him to as well. So he objected to the witness using the AVL records in front of him to indicate the route, saying that defeats the purpose of the witness's independent recollection. When you read on the document, it is no longer a testimony, it is what is written in the document. Okay? So it's like an open book testimony at this point, because it's a really general question that he doesn't have to look.
And Mr. Know-it-all obviously justifies it.
Well, the judge said no witness would just remember the route seconds
You decide
without referring to the
you don't
document.
decide to pick things that are not said.
I don't know what's happening with our pensioner here, our retired judge. I don't know. I don't know what is, but he's dodgy, man. Hey, man, it's weird. I cannot ignore the weirdness.
He
My
is weird.
apologies. I can't.
He is.
The approach of a witness when they testify, they must try their best or their ability to testify independently from his own recollection. all his testimony, he has been saying, according to this document, this is Mnisi, according to this document, Mnisi says Mogane should be able to remember the route they took from Phokeng to Primrose, independent of the AVL records in front of him. And the records can be used to cross-check his testimony. Mnisi said the records are not the witness's testimony and cannot always refer to it. So the judge differed and said, let's be fair to the witness, arguing that the document contains too many details for the witness to recollect.
Now he's talking about this stop and goes and speeding. Nis was not talking about it. He just wanted to know
A general route.
how did you go?
Did you go via Pretoria? Did you go via so-and-so freeway? The N1? Did you go? That's all. That's all he wanted. And I wanted too. And I know many of our family members also want it. We want clarity on that. Because the journey to and the journey from, the time difference is too broad. It's too big. So he used the street names and timestamps. This is the judge as his excuse for defending the witness, saying that there are too many. So why is the judge stopping him from recalling that route that they used from Phokeng to Primrose? He should be able to say that we used this route, we used that freeway, that highway. Nisi did not want each and every detail at a level of generality or holistic approach. It should not be too difficult for him to recall that, right?
Yes.
So the judge claimed that all the details of the time and roads on that document form, the AVL, is disputed. Roughly flipping through the pages, I was so mad when he did that.
You're like, what the hell, Mr.
I was so upset when he did that, and he was roughly flipping through those pages of the AVL document, stating that that is the reason why Mogane needs to read that document for them in court. Nisi then said, as I am following the testimony, well, it has never been Mr. Ntanzi's testimony on behalf of accused number 2, and I'm not pleading his case, my lord. And the judge interrupted him and said, Mr. Ntanzi is not there, don't involve him. He's not traveling with this witness, as I understand the evidence. He's being assaulted somewhere. Wow! I am yet again baffled, you guys. I'm baffled by
The
this
old man doing that thing.
He's twisting Tanzi's version. It's like he was not even listening to him or listening to that version at all. And oblivious to the gaps in the timestamps. I mean, yesterday we had a lot of gaps that we analyzed over here, and he's not even considering that there's a story in those gaps. He's choosing to believe Mogane's testimony, which is very weird. And Nisi said, I followed the evidence. It is not disputed that from Roka they went to Phokeng, where they went to search for the hoodie, and Mr. Ntanzi was there. And the judge is like, Mr. Ntanzi says they went to Phokeng because he thought they were releasing him. But does it change the fact that they went back to Phokeng? Does it? What is this old man trying to do? Like, what is happening? I listened to the evidence. I feel like he's a gaslighter as well.
He is. He looks like a gaslighter.
He's a gaslighter. He will make you feel like you are insane. I mean, I'm like, what is the point of this? And then he said, I listened to the evidence. Everybody listens to the evidence,
and
including
yet you guess
people that are not in that courtroom. But
Yes.
they don't have the version that you have. You are the only one who's having that version, and perhaps the state as well. It's weird. Well, he's not traveling. He's thinking. He's saying that Ntanzi was not traveling, of which the version of Ntanzi did not say that. He's saying he was thinking. Like, you cannot think without traveling. What is going on? And in my head, I'm like, okay, this man, it's either he's evil or he's just choosing to be ignorant. He's twisting Ntanzi's testimony. The way he's putting it, it's like Ntanzi could not be thinking and be in the car at the same time on the way to Phokeng. The way he's putting it, it's like Ntanzi was stationary somewhere thinking. And it's weird.
Yep.
Mgomezulu stood to correct this crazy theory. He said, "May I correct that, my lord? The thought of being released is not when he was taken to Pukeng for the whole night. It was after verification of the whereabouts of the accused from Carltonville when he thought that they are releasing him. So the judge said he is not being released, he's taken to Pukeng. Then Mnisi insisted that he wants a summary, and the judge reminded him that it was put to the witness that he was torturing the accused by keeping him awake for 15 hours. Well, the record is saying that. I mean, where did they book in a B&B or a hotel to sleep? That's what the AVL is also saying. Okay, so I don't understand why you refuse to believe that he did not get enough rest. Why? Even Mogane didn't get rest on that night. It was a very busy night. So those records still don't prove that he bathed, he slept, and he had a meal. So I don't understand, honestly speaking. It's important, or the judge, that he mentions the time and rows that all these unnecessary details. Well, the judge did another disturbing thing after doing Baloyi's job. He said, "Mr. Baloyi, what's your view?" Like,
hey, I don't.
like what the F? Like, what is going on? Like, seriously now, as a nation,
We are worried.
what is going on? Like, Baloyi also was even struggling to make an argument because it's a rap. He wrapped it up for him. So what was he supposed to say? Well, Baloyi, why hlanhla Tankosiam? And he says, "We've been through a day of testimony and there was no objection. The witness has been testifying, saying that the driver of this vehicle and confirming what is the movement report much more in detail." Baloyi said that Mnisi wants Mogane to recall a route they took 3 years ago, which is you should. Well, the judge said it is insinuated that you
Isn't it
did
funny that his line of defense is that while Ntanzi was expected to remember things that happened 6 years ago,
He was expected to remember Untanzi what happened 6 years ago. However, Mogane is exempted from remembering which main route he took from Pukeng to Primrose, because it was an hour journey compared to when they left Muroka police station to Rustenburg in
Yes.
Tanzi's place. It's really simple. It's not rocket science.
no, it's not.
So the judge said it was insinuated that you did that in order to tire and make Mr. Ntanzi a soft target to be persuaded
Indeed.
to make a confession. They say you deprived him sleep. Miss Mshololo put it like that. He only slept for 2.5 hours, and it was all deliberate in order for you to gain his advantage over his resistance in not making a confession. Now, this honestly felt like he was making a mockery of accused number 2's version of events and all the work that the defense had done so far. So that's why he continues to say that's why it's important for this court to know the expiration of time was expended on. I don't know. But if you read from this, if this is correct, meaning the document, the AVL record, one can start appreciating that when you went to Boksburg, one went to fetch the memory stick and you had to drive back to Soweto. And it honestly sounds like he believes Mogane's version over Ntanzi's version. But we see you. Siyakubona, Judge, we see you. But did the AVL say Mabena? Did the AVL, that document, is there anywhere where it says it saw Mabena leaving that memory stick? That's my question.
No.
Since he's saying that the document is putting weight on Mabena's testimony, right? Did the AVL also see Mabena handing the keys?
This case is what we call nonsense.
I am so disappointed in this.
It is disgusting. Even my face
It
is
is
like.
revolting to watch. I'm like, what is going on? Don't
Even my
people-
face is like I've seen the most disgusting thing. You know, when you hear the events of how these things are happening in court. I mean, if we tell you that is how things are happening in court.
Can you imagine if this was a closed court with no media, no cameras?
Shame.
It would have. We
shame.
would have already gotten a conviction by now, and it would have went down like the first bail hearing. Remember how it went down? Every time they tried to talk, and you could see that Ntanzi was waiting for the opportunity, but shame. It didn't go down like how he had planned.
No, they dealt with him.
So yes, but did the AVL see Mabena leaving that memory stick through, though, or is it a testimony that came from his mouth that he conveniently remembers, but cannot remember which route they took generally from Pukeng to Primrose? And
In
yet
fact,
they
it's
did
not
have
even
a
Mabena's
driver.
mouth, it's hearsays, because Mabena is not here to actually affirm that.
So someone help me understand that, because I'm like, wow. Then Mogane went through the route taken from Pukeng to Primrose Police Station at 4:30 a.m. They left Pukeng at 3:20 and arrived at Primrose at 4:30 in the morning. Okay. So Baloyi said, having read your contents, well, guys, he did give the street time where they turned and whatnot. I was not gonna record that. It was pointless to me because I wanted him to recall from his own mind of which main road that they used. You understand? Which main road that they used to travel. I want that recollection from him. I didn't want the time, the street, the time, the road, the time, the 10, we turned. No. Then Baloyi then said, having read the contents, what is your recollection of the road? Does it go according to the route you travel? Then Mogane said, it does go together. How are we sure that it does? Because you didn't want to say it. We have nothing to compare with. So what is the purpose of this question, Mr. Baloyi? So the AVL document of 22 June 2020 was not discovered to the defense. Surprise, surprise, another episode of trial by ambush, ladies and gentlemen. Again. Because the said motor vehicle was not used on that day and the 24th. So page 44 and 49 had just been discovered today. The defense requested to stand it down so that they can consult with Mr. Ntanzi. Mgomezulu said that the state had told him a different vehicle was used for the 5th, the 22nd, and the 24th of June 2020. He said, I'm in a position to cross-examine the witness, starting with the evidence where the witness said they left Moroka Police Station or Moroka Court to Vosloorus Police Station, which I can do after lunch. So the judge said, if you need time, your client is entitled to sufficient time, I say. Nobody's going to rush you. For some weird reason, he was generous to give an adjournment today because even Jonas tried it earlier on. What is going on? Why was the judge so generous today?
No, he was not generous. He knows
What
that
is
this is a fuck up.
Do you
This
think
is a
so?
mess up. He knows this.
He was more than willing to give an adjournment for the first time because usually he would say the defense wastes time, yada, 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 you know, and today it was just like...
Because they are exposing the loopholes of the state.
Well, Mr. Baloyi said the 22nd and the 24th and the 5th where are the records of this vehicle, because he says you said it wasn't used, but you have not given proof that it wasn't used. Baloyi said on the 5th, the 22nd, and the 24th, a different vehicle was used. Mogane was the driver of that different vehicle that was used. So he took accused number 1 to the pointing out in that different vehicle. So the AVL documents of the 22nd of June 2020 were not discovered to the defense because they said the motor vehicle was not used on that day and it had been discovered today. So the judge said you have to discover all the evidence, okay? And then you can continue to put whatever you want to put. Then we can postpone for all those documents to be discovered properly for all the legal counsels. And then Mr. Mgomezulu can start his cross-examination tomorrow. Baloyi said, okay, my lord. And Mgomezulu reminded the witness of the dockets. Mogane still maintains the Nongoma docket is with Gininda, and he will come and explain why it is taking so long. And the Foslorus one, since it went for a decision by the DPP, the deputy president, the deputy judge president or something like that, DPP. So the judge said, please press Gininda and tell him that the docket is needed for the defense for accused number 1 and 2.
How are they gonna get the Nongoma docket?
From Gininda.
Ayihlangane
He's the
lento.
investigative officer.
Ikwanongoma le docket. You can have 2 dockets. Oh well, you can actually. You can, because we are in this court through duplication of dockets.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. There's 37 cast 37
Oh, 36,
366
636 and
375. Yes. Well, you can. Well, but the problem is that
They are not duplicate per se though of the other. The 375 is more like a refined 636.
yeah, we have 2 dockets, isn't it?
Yes, there are 2 dockets.
Yes. We have testimonies of Ntanzi. We could have testimonies of people who were in the house.
We're in the house,
Somewhere.
which would be much more useful, Judge, than
it's not even
these
a
ones of
judge's,
the police. Right now, it's like we are listening to police trying to protect each other. Honestly speaking.
Or to honestly say
It
that
has turned.
this
It's no
case
longer the
is,
Senzo Meyiwa trial. It's the what did the police do that was illegal trial. It's feeling like that.
look, it's not even police. I think to look it at that point only,
It's a mess.
there's a lot of things that are happening.
It's a mess.
Mm.
So I'm done, you guys. I saw him trying to share a joke saying, Mr. Mnisi, do you know how to travel from Phuket to Primrose? Can somebody tell me what was the purpose of that?
He's
Why
trying
was
to
it a
talk
kiki?
about
Why was it a funny?
the fact that Minister was asking on how these people traveled.
What was so funny?
So guys,
People were
it's
laughing.
time for calls as I fetch the gadget. And I have to tell you again, I can hardly see anything on my site. No,
Yo,
no, it's
let me
fine.
check,
It's
'cause
fine.
I'll
It's
think
still
we're
fine.
offline.
It's still fine.
It's still fine.
Yes, I think so.
Oh, guys, funny things are happening. I'm even looking at the router now. It keeps disconnecting and connecting again. Disconnecting and hey, because hi, Agias Minalento. But we move. We'll continue to work. This train cannot stop. Okay, it cannot.
We are on router number 2 in case they didn't know.
Yeah, we have a second backup router.
Yeah.
So the backup router, obviously, the internet
We're
connection.
not even going to say the name now.
No, we're not gonna say the name.
No, no.
Because what will happen if?
No. We're not saying the names. No
So
names.
since Baloyi is done with the re-examination after that long drive, where does Mogane attend other cases? Guys, he told the court that he went with Ntanzi to attend other cases. When did he do that? According to this AVL report.
I don't know.
Remember, he testified. He said he went and attended other cases with Ntanzi. Where in the AVL? Where did they go for the other cases?
Let us like the video, guys. Router number 2. Backup.
How guys siyalwa lani nanifuna ukulike guys. Please like the video. We are fighting. Silwa nemimoya apha.
And
Silwa
subscribe, guys. I
nemimoya.
mean, router number 2, router number 1's down.
It's down and out. It keeps lighting, and then just when you think it's back, it switches off again. So we'll have to call tomorrow and ask what is going on.
Yeah, but we are good. We are good. You can call. And thank you for those who have been donating. So Isaiah, I saw something. I saw Lady checking. D. I saw Nets. I saw. Thank you guys.
Guys, thank you. I'm so humble.
I saw Ihodzi. I don't know if I'm reading this word correct, but thank you guys. Thank you for your generous giving, and it is helpful.
It is. It helps us a lot, you guys. You see these.
That's
backups,
why we have a backup.
You know, these backups. This everything you give. Just know that it goes in. It goes in here. It doesn't go anywhere else. I promise. It doesn't go to me. Like, listen, look at my hair. It doesn't. It goes right back into Mzansi reality.
Yes.
Right back. Mr. Anonymous makes sure of it.
Thank you, guys. I mean, honestly, for those who really and the members, thank you.
Thank you to the members. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. Yo, silwane mimo, yeah. You know, I would hear people say that, and now I can see it. You understand? There's no reason why these live broadcasts must go left, okay, or something weird happens. But every time something weird happens, and I don't get it. I still don't. But I will say,
if you are watching us on TV, just scroll a bit and
with
then
the remote,
press that like.
With
all
the
we're
remote,
asking from
the
you.
arrows, and find that like button and hit it. Please.
Look, now I'm even monitoring this thing without monitoring it. Let us have calls, guys. Let me see.
Guys, you can call in. My headphones are on.
I see. I missed a lot of people on already on WhatsApp. So, guys, please call. Let me see. You are back. We can hear you, Mr. Anonymous. You are live, and we can hear you clearly. Do you guys only take calls on the other phone? No, we are here, man. You can use both. You can use both. Mr. Anonymous and Emil kudlalwa ngathi la if uphuma eMoroka police station okay, here's a caller. Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello.
Hello, Mr. Anonymous.
Hi, sir, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Hi, Amy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, thank you for now.
Just to maybe just some issues on my side that I just saw with this case. Maybe the first one is just to go back to what Mugomezulu submitted yesterday. He said he's gonna make an application for a special entry. So that speaks to irregularities and how he feels like the
I remember that.
The issues. So I think that's going to be interesting. So he's taking note of all these irregularities and he's going to raise those after Kininda's testimony. So I think that was okay. And then on today's proceedings, I don't know if you took note of that.
Took note of?
Oh, we didn't reconnecting. I mean, I'm gonna draw.
So they mentioned that they arrived. I think the time that they stopped and then the time that they started the car, I think it was 2 minutes.
Yes.
So that's the time that it took them to search and find the ammunition.
Oh.
I think if we can just check those times there, I think
the time of searching.
The time when they arrived and then the time when they were leaving. I mean, when they were starting the car now. I think if we just check those times, you'll realize that it's about 2 minutes that they spent there and at the house.
Sure.
Yeah.
So many, they got out, searched for the hoodie, but found the ammunition.
2 minutes.
The first had to obviously wait for him to open and did all of those things and then started the car.
2 minutes.
Mm.
No, man.
So I think that was interesting. I'm not sure if they picked it up.
Yeah, they did. Definitely they should.
Hopefully they did.
Yeah.
They should have. It's a very important piece.
2 minutes of search.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the other one, why did he not Baloy not lead evidence of the 18th? Because remember the 18th, that's where he went out for 17 hours. The 19th was not initially the main thing. The main thing was the 18th, where they took him out because he started his evidence with this AVL from when he was booked in on the 19th in the morning.
Yeah.
Then that's when he starts the evidence and says, okay, now he's booked out at 4 to Vosloras, but via Morocco, etc., etc. But
now,
on the 19th, that's where he spent the whole day. That's where those dockets came into play. That's where he was saying he was attending cases. That's where a lot of things happened on the 19th. Because the version starts before sorry, not on the 19th, on the 18th.
The 18th.
The day before the 19th, the 18th.
Yeah.
So we don't have account of the AVL. I'm not sure if Ngome Zulu is going to lead him there, or maybe because he was not led. So can he start cross-examining from there?
No, Ngome Zulu, I think he's going to read everything. He's going to try to find the loopholes. He seems to be attentive to...
And he did bring it up. He did tell Advocate Baloy to start at the 16th.
On the 16th, yes, when he was arrested.
He just dismissed it and started on the 19th.
But he's got the papers for the 16th, and all he needs now is the pointing during the pointings.
Yes.
But why would Baloy not start from the 18th? Because the 18th, that's where like a lot of allegations were. Why would he not lead him on the 18th?
Where do they choose what suits them?
Maybe there's nothing on the 18th that served him, that served proving whatever he's proving. So maybe there's nothing on the 18th that is corroborating with the state and what they want to tell the court.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so that's another thing. And then maybe just last one before I hand over to the other guys. The coordinates, right? So that obviously the authenticity of that report still needs to be argued, and then but already I think if the defense were just able to just because there are coordinates there, right? The coordinates give you an exact location. So I think if those guys could did any cooking, they cooked the location. So maybe they retyped the location because I saw maybe I heard where it says Morocco, maybe they were somewhere close to the dump, but they just rewrote the location so that. But the coordinates, I don't think they had enough time to.
Yeah, you
play around with the coordinates.
You would need a proper cooking to cook coordinates. You'd need the proper one.
Yes.
So if you can check on the coordinates, then you probably get the correct location.
Yeah, then you can see exact location and see where they are. And then, so I think if they can just do those checks, then. And then last one is the media, right? So I've been noticing, because I've been following these cases on different platforms, and I'm realizing how the media reporting over the last week or so, especially since with these issues, it has changed a bit now. It's not objectively putting both versions. It's leaning towards the state. And there's this guy called Elton Hart. He's like a colored
Yes.
law.
I know him.
Yeah, so that guy used to hit straight, or he used to like go shoot, used to be straight, but now they don't call him anymore.
Oh yeah.
I think they realized that he wasn't sugarcoating it, or he was just going straight, hitting the nail, and just being blunt and just telling it like it is.
No.
So I think, yeah.
Thank you.
No, that's all from my side, man. Thanks.
Thank you, man. We gave you enough airtime because you were speaking sense, man. You were speaking sense.
What happened to Elton? I haven't been following the media coverage, you guys. My apologies. I don't, because I feel gaslit sometimes. So I feel upset sometimes. I'm like, where are these people? Are they even watching this case? Are we watching the same case? What is going on? Why is your commentary not telling me that you're watching? So no, I don't watch them anymore. I think I stopped. But the only one I have been watching was Elton Hart. But now Elton Hart is
normal. Right? So, guys, let's continue with the calls. While we're continuing with the calls, let me just take some reading from other people. I see other people are saying that they are not able to see the membership here, and then there's a proof. I think if you go to YouTube, through YouTube app, you should be able to find membership. But let's see if we can help you. Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello.
Hello, Njani?
Sikhona, can you kancane nje volume ngemuva ma?
Hello?
Awujani kancane volume ngemuva?
Yes, it's Meyiwa here.
If volume yaslimaza, volume is high that behind you.
Okay. Ngiyazakala manje.
Yes.
Okay, ngiyajabula ukungena guys. Ngikhola ngifuna ngisedeben.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Ngimlandela ayi ngiyayichaza into la. Yeah, mina le case avesingiphatha kabi. Into engikhala ngayo nje umkhulu lento iclear, but ujudge nje cha lo judge akekho fit for this case. Angazi noma mhlambe batheme bamthatha mhlambe retire right bangabe sambheka ukuthi manje hayi ngeke lebembuyisa. Akekho right for this case at all. Ubias uyathanda ukumukharisha i-defense. Uyathanda ukuthi mekhona mhlambe into ayibona ngathi i-mistake afuna ukuba expose ngendlela e-negative.
Yes.
Enjalo kunento engiyinotisile lapho i-pattern iyafana. Ubuke mekutholwa inhlamvu zakantanzi. Ukuthi ubuke mekuthola inhlamvu zakalo ukuthi bekobheka iskipa ihood. Kulo omunye kaningene kuyobheka i-ID afike atholakala inhlamvu nakuyena.
Yebo.
Angazi noma nginephutha yini lapho. Lo munye kafika kobheka i-ID bafike and musubuka uma ngaba uyobheka i-ID mangaba ukuthi ngazi ukuthi nginenhlamvu la endlini. Ngingasho kanjani ngoba uwasho wathi uthe bhekani yonke indawo uthi asibheke noma ukuphi sivunyelwe uyena wayingasho kanjani ukuthi ayibhekani noma ukuphi ebe azi ukuthi unenhlamvu. That means wayingazi ukuthi unenhlamvu endlini. Yes.
It's a surprise.
And mase ngilibuka le case ukube kuthiwa ayizange iziphucuke indaba kaTheli mina ngayibona kwi-Twitter ipostwe umuntu the following day, I think it was on a Monday, ethi bekuxabana ulongwe nozaza. Ngangamazi nanozazi ukuthi ubani uzaza bexabana ulongwe nozaza kwadubulule kusenzo by mistake ethi uyabalamula. So musibuke yonke lento ijaji lihlala kuphi alinayo mhlawumbe ingane ekhaya engake nabazukulu engathi ayibobheka mkhulu hayibo ngoba phela uyabona ukuthi akayiboni lento. I don't understand. Angilazi ijaji nje angimazi umuntu nje. So ngisholo ukuthi ukube kuthiwa bhuti wami sathi engaphuthukanga lento yabona abantu laba bengabafanela lento straight bebezoya ejele. Bengabafanela ngendlela esiyakhiwe ngayo and ngicacile ukuthi ikhukiwe nje le yanto. And ujaji akafuna ukunika i-defense ithuba uyacindezela angazi noma ufuna ungathi uyazi nje yonke into akafuna uyadetector. So nje angazi inkosi yami ukuthi lo baba angaphishwa kanjani, but mina sengiyabona ukuthi ngenzeka labantwana bashone phakathi sengithembi appeal.
Yes.
sengithembe nje appeal and futhi I wish ukuthi as a nation lento ungathi ngangabukelwa phansi ngoba kusasa kuba wena noma kube ingane yakho if uma ngaba ngempela we going down kanje ungayibuka komunye umuntu kanje yana kusasa iyeza kuwena and then isoloku sithulile ngisibuka kuma social media sihleka sikhomenta kungenziwa lutho something needs to be done ngalento yalezi ingane.
Yes.
Hayi ngiyabonga kakhulu bhuti wami.
We hear you. Thank you. I'm going to just summarize this because I'm solo as usual. What is being said here is that there were papers allegedly that sort of wrote initially to say that there was a fight between Longwe and Zaza. And at that time, she says she didn't know Zaza, who Zaza is. Then the judge should be at least in possession of that knowledge, should be privy to that knowledge to say, I mean, there was such a thing at some point, even if you don't read papers, but at least you have Abazugulu, your great-granddaughters, the sons and whatsoever. You have people that should be able to give you a bit of the taste of what was going on with this thing. And if that didn't happen, these people were going to go down and we were going to believe everything. But unfortunately, due to the theories that have been put even by the people that were in the house and whatsoever, and this thing, the nature of this case being in public, now it's a different story. She does believe that they might go down because the judge seems and allegedly seems to be biased. But there is a hope for appeal if it does happen, because seemingly the judge is not willing to listen to anyone. So you can still call, guys. If I missed your call, obviously I'm juggling both. Mr. Anonymous and Emily, if you don't mind calling back once the lines are free, I miss out on the stream when trying to call in load shading and unable. Okay, no, it's fine. We will do so. And then I just want to read other people's. They drove around with Ndanzi for 18 hours, bought him KFC. He told them that he's very good traditional dancer. And then that was the need. Then what was the need for them to have heavily armed police on the confession if Ndanzi was that sweet in such a way that they were comfortable to cruise with him? That is someone who's asking a question. Mzansi, hello.
Hello, Mr. Anonymous.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. And you, Mr. Anonymous?
I'm good.
Sure, man. Yeah, just a few things to get off my head. I think this AVL thing, right, for the defense, it's actually a good thing if you look at it, that it was introduced, right?
Yes.
The state sort of like shot themselves in the foot, because when it's time for cross-examination, this witness will burn. Trust me. And another thing is that the judgment that the judge passed regarding this AVL, he said that anyone can be an expert. So when the tough questions start coming from the defense, the judge has no leg to stand on to try and protect the witness, because he has already said this witness is an expert in terms of an AVL. So I feel like when they start cross-examining him, he's gonna feel like he won't know what came to him.
Yes.
Another thing is, I'm still trying to see what links accused number 4, because from what I've seen, accused number 5 allegedly is linked with the cell phone records. Accused number 3 is the gun. Accused number 2 and 1 is the confessions. I still don't see where accused number 4 fits in this picture. Hopefully we will see that as time passes by. But yeah.
Maybe it's by association. Yeah, no, cool. Thank you, though. I get you.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, so just to help people, I see people have iPhones, and someone is saying, note people who use iPhone have problems seeing the join button. They have to log in on a browser, choose the desktop version, and join from there. And I think whoever was saying that they have a problem of joining, if you are not using a TV, which is a different story, that is how then you can join. If you watch from TV, how do you subscribe? You need to have YouTube there, YouTube app. Then you'll be able to subscribe if you have YouTube app on your TV. Mzansi, hello.
Hi, Mr. Anonymous.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself and Emily.
Not bad. Emily is out and gone.
Yes, I just want to make few points. Kanti, which restaurant did we eat from? Was it KFC or Wimpy? You know, when they are cross-examining him, he's going to say, no, it's a mistake. It's either he's going to say it's a mistake with the Wimpy or mistake with KFC. And then he did not even mention how does he ate. Meaning these people were chatting to each other. He was no longer a dangerous criminal because he was eating Wimpy. Was it a burger or chicken? We don't even know what is it that he ate. I don't trust it. And the judge, I'm so disappointed. The judge is twisting the case. He's saying, even Mrs. Mshololo, with her allegations that Ntanzi did not sleep, he slept only 2 hours. And even Mr. Mogane confirmed that Ntanzi only had 2 hours in the cell. I don't know why he was saying that.
Yes.
And then he's saying Ntanzi disputes that he was taken to this other police station. Ntanzi said, no, I was being beaten by this judge.
Did
you see Ngomezulu when he tried to ignore what's this Baloyi tried to ignore Ngomezulu when Ngomezulu said, no, I need the 22nd as well. Ngomezulu said, no, he only wants 24th. Ngomezulu said, hey, I want 22. I said, but it was a different vehicle. He said, Ngomezulu, Alex, everything, it must come. I so wish even the Jonathan's car, it must come. Because what I want to see, if the AVL route for Mogane's car is the same as Jonathan, because they were sweeping. Isn't it you sweep whether you are following them or you are driving in front of them, meaning the AVL should be similar to each other. I want to see all of these cars, they must all come. That's my wish.
That is your wish.
That's my wish. Everything must come.
No, thank you.
And one last thing, I wanted to know, though this Mjiako lawyer here is nowhere to be found, Ntanzi confirmed to the magistrate where Mogane was also present somewhere. Ntanzi confirmed he could not communicate with his family because I gather that Ntanzi did not have a cell phone or access to a phone or something like that.
Yes.
How did Ntanzi contact this lawyer if he could not even contact his family? How did Ntanzi appoint this lawyer? That's one thing I want to know. Even though the lawyer is gone, nowhere to be found, Mogane must confirm how did Ntanzi inform him that there's a lawyer that we're going to meet in that magistrate court that I appointed or called. So even if a state is appointing a lawyer for you, I think they're supposed to inform you that is going to be a lawyer for you that we're presenting for you. How did he not even know that there's a lawyer appointed by the state? How was that communicated to him? Thank you, Mr. Anonymous.
Thank you. And then we go on to say that someone is also saying, yes, it took 2 minutes to find the bullets, meaning they knew exactly where it was. I was shocked too, allegedly, in terms of knowing, but I'm shocked right now. I am 120% shocked as to, the searching took 2 minutes. Considering the walks in the house, so we can literally say it took 1 minute. Opening the door, and then you went straight. I'm laughing. I'm not supposed to laugh, but it just, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. But well, it is what it is, guys. We work with what we can have. Someone is saying, I'm based in USA. I watch your show. The AVL documents are an AIC documents. It is easy as ABC. Send me a document. I will send you it back doctored for you or for your audience interested. Is that someone saying that if we could find such, then we will be able? Mzansi, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, okay. I just want to also add something, because according to the way I see things is more specifically from the judge side or the state side. I feel like the reason why the judge is there, obviously, the judge knows exactly what he needs to do. Not exactly like he needs to save Ntanzi. That Ntanzi need to go to jail. That's the reason he was appointed. Because obviously, number one, he once mentioned that I don't even care about the public. So that means they trust the old man, that the old man will do what is needed to be done there. Because at the end of the day, remember, if now in this, even this trial within a trial, there's no way that they will release Ntanzi, accused number 1 and 2. Because if they do such, that means the rest of the guys, they are all going out.
They are all free. They might not be going out necessarily, but they are free from this case.
They are not going out, but they are free. So those two guys, number 1 and number 2, there's no way that judge, the way I see the judge reacting, what they will do now. You see what now we are actually looking for this, the AVL, etc. You will see after this, Baloyi will make another U10, a big U10. He does not mind to go and pick someone from the street of Phosphorus, a neighbor. Because remember, we are still waiting for Makumalo. Since the rest of the guys, they ran away. And then you make an U10, we went to the police now. And then from there, he will do another U10. But I know what I've noticed, that these two guys, it's not easy in this trial, within a trial, to say, okay, they were actually forced to make a statement, a confession. Because if they do that, that means everything is over.
Yes. That is true.
Yeah, that's my take, because I know that I know the way I see things, like, okay, this judge, the reason the judge is here, they went straight to appoint him. Obviously, it does not care. You can see that it does not even care.
Yes.
Whosoever say anything, it does not even care. So it does not mind to say, no, there was no fault. They didn't force you guys to make a confession according to rule what state what until the trial will continue.
No.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you. We get all obviously all this is alleged. The court of public opinion. No one knows anything in this platform. We just are using the information that is in the public eye to make assumptions, to also make allegations. Mr. Masaneme, kudlalwa ngathi la if uphuma eMorocco police station nayi Chris Hani road, then uhamba about 1 kilometer uzothola Klipspruit eValley, and then Killer Road uyodlula eOrlando Stadium uze uyongena ku N12 nayi inkinga eKlipspruit, Pimville, Eldos nase Shawela Dlamini bebeyofunana ngoba lapho phakathi ekasi unamanga lo muntu ucabanga ukuthi asilazi ikasi lethu bekafunani lapho, kanti indlela eya ePhokeng iqala eShawela nase Eldos. Hi man, we hear you. Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello. Right. Let's see. Guys, you can call. You can call as you can see. Then someone is sending me some Kelly Kumalo. I saved so many people by not telling my side of the story. It's best to stay silent through the storms. Bad people usually destroy themselves in the process of trying to destroy you. This is a post by allegedly Kelly Kumalo. Good day, Mr. Anonymous Emily. My name is Bia. I have come across this post. Okay, yes. You cannot verify on this. That's why I'm saying allegedly. Again, so the Foslola's case and the Nongoma case are done. They are not resuscitating them. You never know, man. Anything can happen. They said that they might be doing that even now. You never know. I mean, if the Nongoma case is closed, they can always open it as a cold case. That's the power of being in a cold case division, I guess. I don't know. But that's how things could be unfolding now. So, guys, I don't know if there's still someone who's going to call. But just on that note, thank you guys again for being patient in this situation. Now I'm going to be calling out people who are in the comments. Eni, thank you. Michelle, thank you. Zintle, thank you. Sweet Chill, thank you. And then Net, thank you. Sizwe, thank you. Lebza, thank you. Tolo, thank you. Nzonzi, thank you. Zintle, thank you. Prudence, thank you guys for being with us and being patient in this difficult time. I still cannot see you what I'm doing, the video, but I know everything is fine. Dogozo, thank you. Lindy, Lamini, thank you. We have Mamzi Ta, and then Cindy Siwe. We have Mrs. K, Lady A. We have Bruno. We have Ansi K Moyo, our moderator. We have Petro. We have Nyazi TV. And then we have Spa Masugu. We have just checking Zaman Kwabe. We have Lufate on the comments. And then we have let me see if I'm missing someone. We have Jimmy also was here. Vusumuzi Mogane was here. Togo Masondo was here. Backyard was here. We have Nduduzo Zulu was here. And then Malachi was here. Busi was here. Then we have Changabezi was here. Utali was here. Yeah, guys, I think let me just call this caller because for some weird reason, every time they call, I miss them. Zanzi, hello.
Hi, Mr. Abbas, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Firstly, I actually just wanted to say, Uguti, I think South Africa needs the jury system.
Yes.
We really cannot have one person making a decision on other people's fate. And then the first caller, they found these bullets very quickly. And when Emily was saying that earlier, I actually realized the time that they're talking about does not make sense for a search.
Yes.
And then this person or this police or testifier or who's on the stand right now, his stories are changing every day. Which was one killer, my police, Abizwala, and a manga. And a manga, kakulu. I But anyway, it's just a pity. We have to sit and wait for this judge to make a decision when we can all see he's already made his decision allegedly. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I guess we will have to, it will have to go to the appeals.
Yeah.
Because right now I equally would say they busy cooking even, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, ukuthi umuntu uzaselwe elindeni na ebusuku. And then the power and you guys freeze at midnight. Basifisela impepho, serious.
Oh, we hear. We hope it doesn't work.
Yeah, no. Anyway, thanks, Mr. Anonymous.
Thank you. Right. Sibanda Skatele shouting you out specifically, and I've pinned your message because you are saying, hey, I don't hear my name. Here, Sibanda, we have shouted your name. Lindeni Hadebe, thank you. Victor, thank you. Zamani Kwabe, thank you. And then we just gonna go down and see if we can find other people that are not shouted out. I think we have and Siasanga Mbizane, thank you. Then we have, let me see, I'm just checking the special one. Let me just give you a minute. Mzansi, hello.
Mr. Anonymous.
Yes, how are you?
Uyenza kanjani i-confession ungawikhombi ama-exhibit, ungasikhombi isibhamu ukuthi isibhamu engidubule ngaso nasi ngasilahla la, ngoba phela uma ungabe usuconfessa ukhuluma iqiniso yonke into. Le judge uyayibuka yonke leyo nto leyo, uyenza kanjani i-confession? Untanzi uconfessile noSibiya, angeke ngithi untanzi, and then angithi kakufanele ke asho ke nanokuthi siphi isibhamu wamdubula ngaso ayosikhipha abanike yena isibhamu. Isibhamu futhi sitholakale komunye sisolwayo, omunye ku-accused number 3. I-confession fanele ihambe ne-exhibit phela, fanele ayikhombe uma sifake edamini, ahamba yosikhomba isibhamu aphume nasedamini sithola ukuthi nasi isibhamu.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So ngabe i-judge still yonke leyo nto ngikhohliwe ukumenshina lokho kade ngifonile eqaleni, aliyiboni yonke leyo nto leyo, ifanele ibonwe yithina i-public, akakuboni lokho. Honestly, like really.
Uzo Tugu trial within the trial right now, he does not care of the integrities of the main case as yet.
So, kuningi.
No, but we hear your submission. You're making a good point. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Joe Munare. Thank you, man. Thank you. We're here. And then David Mabuza. Yeah, we are basically closing now. Thank you for being here, and bye.